Welcome again to another episode of the Goalpost Gossip. I'm your host, Alton. And without further ado, let's get this ball rolling. All right, the ball is rolling. We're back. We are back. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is all these interesting news that started off the new year. Yes, very interesting news starting off the new year. We all know that Chelsea head coach Maresca is gone. And we see Manchester United follow us. Manchester United followed Chelsea and let go of their head coach also. Even though he didn't consider himself a head coach, because that's what caused the problem in the first place. He sees himself as a manager, not a head coach. And in football these days, as fans, to be honest, we don't focus much on the manager and head coach. We focus on the team performing, you know what I mean? So, barely many of us know the difference between the manager and the head coach, because once you are the coach, we just see you as the coach. You are the one who running the club, making the selection, coaching the players, you know what I mean? So, but obviously it's a big difference and a big thing that causing this rift between Amorim and the board at Manchester United. And there's one thing, anytime you start a fight against a board, billionaires, man, who own the club, who care about their profit, who know how to make money, their end goal is to make money, you can't win. There's no winning. You understand? And both coaches learn that. I'm pretty sure they said Amorim didn't care either. He wanted to leave. They still get a big chunk of money. So, at the end of the day, it's work, man. And why we work? We work for money. Not everybody work for fun. You know what I mean? Some people who are retired, they work for fun just because they don't want to be home bored. But 99.99% of us, we work just because we have to work. And we work for money because we... So, personally, it started to look like these managers have a little managerial scam scheme going on. You know what I mean? Because, you see a little trend going on here. They start to cause a little fume because they want to pay out of their contract and they want to go and, you know what I mean, collect their money and go. But, hey, that's Manchester United business. But there's one thing that I know. Manchester United fans are actually stuck in the Fergie days. And they feel like the Fergie days can come back. It is not coming back. I spoke with a lot of Manchester United fans, and one thing that they wanted is like somebody from the Fergie era, like to come and coach the team because they're gonna bring a Fergie style and bring that fear and that flair. No, I am saying that every club now have money to spend to get who they want. You know what I mean? And having coaches who have different style now. It's different era of football. So nobody fear or respect nobody no more, you know what I mean? Because if you look at it in a Premier League, you're going to get a Wolves and a Sunderland and a Leeds who going toe-to-toe with a Manchester United, a Liverpool, a Chelsea, because there's no fear. Because it's like a level back field now. Everybody have money and can get good players and everybody have a point to prove. Now, back in the days when Fergie is the one who have that skill to recruit these talents and they respect Fergie, and so when people play against a Manchester United, they're afraid of the force. Not anymore. Football change, so it now go happen. I see Manchester United as a club going to be suffering for years to come. You understand what I'm saying? Their glory days past and gone, and they earned a lot of fans because of their glory days. Now it's hard for them to jump ship, You understand what I'm saying? It's hard for them to jump ship. But a lot of them want to jump ship. But they can't because they know they're going to be criticized. You understand? So, yes, they let go of their coach. And, Chelsea do it first. Because, I guess we are the trendsetters. Because, Chelsea, we don't play around. We need results. You know what I mean? Yeah, we get 2 trophies, Club World Cup and that one and Europa. But we need Premier League and we need Champions League and we need more and more and more of those. Those are what we are spending billions of dollars for, not Europa. You understand what I'm saying? It's Champions League and Premier Leagues because those are the trophy of high value and those are the competitions that bring money to us. You know what I mean? So Maresca is gone and he's been replaced by Leon Rosenior. Rosenior, something of that. I think it's not. A lot of people say Rosenior or something like that, but it's Rosenior. Rosenior, something of that. I think I pronounced it right, but his name is Leon. Very young coach. He's 41 years old. They signed him on a 6-year contract. Chelsea is going down this road of youthfulness in all aspects. Maresca himself wasn't that young. He was only 45 years old. He wasn't that old, I should say. He was only 45 years old. But now this one is only 41 years old. Young, very inexperienced coach. But Chelsea is buying into potential. The ability that to proceed or to success. You know, they are buying into a dream. You know, and that is what they did with all these young players. Now they're getting a young coach because they're working on a project. I just want to say this to the Chelsea owners. We, the fans, don't have 5 or 6 years to wait for you to win trophy. We don't have that patience. You understand what I'm saying? So this January, you guys better get some experience in the team to lead the young guys. You understand me? You gotta get some experience. You gotta balance talent with experience. It's not all, well, it's all about the money for Uno, but for the fans, it's not all about the money. It's not. We need results because we're getting up out of our bed 5 o'clock in the morning to watch you play. We are buying your merch. You know, we are buying tickets to come to. We need results. I know you need to fatten up your pocket, but we need results. And we are demanding results. The team need to be balanced. The team need to be balanced. Too much youthfulness in the team. We don't have 5 years. We don't have 5 years to wait for progress. You know what I mean? And this young coach, we don't know him. A lot of Chelsea fans don't know him, including myself. But we can just hope that he comes here and play attractive football and getting good results. Right now, we're in a spot of bother where we are like, 5th in the league, but we are just goal difference ahead of Manchester United. We're like 2 points away from number 10, even though we're 5th. You know, 2 or 3 points, something of that sort. So we're in a spot of bother right now. Once upon a time, we were in the league race, and we were seen as one of the favorite to win the league. Now, we are seen as someone who trying to finish in the top 4. I guess if we finish in the top 4, that is the greatest accomplishment that we can get for this season, based on the position that we are in. And I think Maresca put us in this position because he was flip-flopping too much. And everybody was talking about it. I know he heard everybody talking about it. I know he heard all the noise, but he don't care because he's like, I am the boss. He sounds like Amorim. I am the boss, so I do whatever I want to do. And that's what cost him the day job. Bye. And this coach, I know you better learn fast. You're young, you're inexperienced, as they said, but you better learn fast. You gotta find your starting 11, stick to your starting 11 that fit your system. And don't be flip-flopping the team. And to the owners, please bring in some experience. We need at least 2 or 3 players with experience. We need a credible striker. Lam Delap is not it. But then they saying Enzo bringing out the best out of Enzo. So let's see if Liam can bring out the best of Liam. Let's see. But based on what we are seeing, Delap is not it, man. You know, he kind of nearly have a Holland style of football, but he's just like a Holland from Sheen. Or Alibaba, you know what I mean? His all the play is not that bad, but he's reckless, and there's no end product. We need end product, brother. We need goals. We need goals. We need to win. We need to put games away. And I hope that this new coach can find a way to get Pedro and give Estevao some time. Pedro and Estevao in the same team, and put them in. Find ways to put them in. We need them, and get a steady starting 11 and kick with it. You understand what I'm saying? We were always talking about Liverpool. Yeah, that's enough of Chelsea for right now. We'll just have to see our first game. I think Wednesday, the coach will be there for this game. So let's see where it goes. We were always talking about Liverpool and thinking that the great Arnie gonna get sacked, but Liverpool is holding out. And Liverpool, they still haven't hit their stride, even though they're in fourth. They passed everybody. They passed us. They passed us, and they are in fourth. But they still haven't found their stride. They're getting by. They are getting by. And most of the times, I see luck, but they are getting by. And the results is what matter. They're winning games. Even though they drew their last game, it was a very exciting game right until the end. Gakpo thought that he won the game, took his shirt off, flirt me, you know what I mean? And then boom, a goal scored in the last minute of the game to equalize. So that's the thing with football, man. It's never done until it's done. Never done until it's done. Same thing with Chelsea. Chelsea salvaged a points against Manchester United. I mean, it wasn't a game. It wasn't a point to be celebrated by me. To be honest, I felt like we played atrocious in the first half, just the same as like usual. But then I think the second half we came out a little bit better. So a point, all right, we'll take it. But I mean, it wasn't no exciting football from here. It wasn't that exciting points. You know what I mean? It wasn't that exciting points for me. But nevertheless, we take it. So yeah, very interesting things going on. Very, 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 very interesting things going on. The Arsenal is 6 points ahead of everybody of Manchester City again, because of that draw. And but I don't still think Arsenal have what it takes. They were 11 points ahead at one point, and it came down to where Manchester City took the lead. You know what I mean? So that's Arsenal. And this will be what, 5th or 6th year they're gonna be coming second or third. Maybe this year they're gonna come third. So and I think that this is the last year of Arteta if he don't win the Premier League, which I don't think he will win the Premier League. So I think this is the last year of Arteta. I think he's just gonna out of respect for the big man club Arsenal. I think Arteta gonna just step down because he cannot win the Premier League. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He cannot win the Premier League, so I think that after this season, Arteta gonna step down. He's not gonna try again because this is either 5 or 6 years straight now. Second. Can't finish first. So let's see where that goes. But 20 games in, and the league is looking pretty good. Again, Arsenal holding on, but I need City to, get up there again. And like I said previously, I'm happy that it wasn't at the expense of Chelsea. So now I really want them to win their games now and get up there and apply some pressure on Arsenal's neck. You understand what I'm saying? So we're looking forward. I think we have like Carabao Cup going on this week. Some games going on. I don't know, either Carabao Cup or something going on during the week. And we still have AFCON going on. We are down to like the quarterfinals and so forth and so on. I saw Senegal went through, Egypt went through, Mohamed Salah scored a goal in the extra time. Some very interesting result going on over there in AFCON. So please make sure that you are checking out AFCON and watch your favorite African players play and see how they will play when they come back to your favorite club. Okay, we have come to the end of today's discussion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you again for watching the Goalpost Gossip. Again, I'm your host, Alton. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and follow the movement. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, peace.